Freed-Hardeman Lions basketball rolls on through this 2015-2016 season. Here's some highlights from Week 6 of action from the hardwood. First up, it's the Lions taking on Blue Mountain College on November 30th as they got the win 95-87. First half, Orlando Bass got things started with this baseline fadeaway J for the Lions, and then a few plays later, Trevor Randolph hits the cutting Austin Dempsey, who puts up a lefty floater off the glass. Evan Forhetz then comes out of nowhere, rips the ball away, and then converts on the reverse layup. He'd finished the day with 4 steals. More Forhetz, doing his best Steph Curry impression here, hits his man with the pump fake, the blow-by, and then the pull-up. He'd finish with 8 points. Later, the Lions in transition. Bass feeds Dempsey for the right wing 3. And then, right after, Orlando gets in on the 3-point shootout as well with one of his own from the left wing. Then, in transition, the Lions pushing it again. Forhetz sends it up court to Bass, who leaves his man in the dust off the sidestep and converts on the layup. Then in the second half, Dempsey drills this right wing 3. He'd finish with 4 3-pointers on the night. Off the inbounds, Harrison picks up 2 of his 16 with a jump hook. Robbery alert. Bass rips it away and then goes coast to coast for the lay-in with the right hand. More great passing from the Lions. Dempsey with a beautiful post feed inside to Harrison for the deuce. Blue Mountain moving the ball, and then bam! Harrison with the steal and the two-hand slam. Harrison's not done. Slips the pick, and then a beautiful feed from Hopkins for the lay-in. Fitz with another assist, this time on the 3 by Bass, and then off the Blue Mountain made basket, Fitz comes flying up the floor for 2 of his own on the strong layup over the Blue Mountain defense. Harrison grabs 1 more of his 6 rebounds, lays it back up and in here. Later, it's more Dempsey. Another 3, this time with a hand in his face from the right wing. Pull up, splash. He'd finish with 16. And then Forhetz with one of his 10 assists. A nice dime to Randolph for the straight-on 3. Next up, former Trans-South Conference rival, the Bethel Wildcats in McKenzie, Tennessee. The Lions continue the streak with 8 straight wins. This one 106-78. This started off the momentum. Isaiah Harrison with the grown man move, the textbook up and under. Then off the Wildcat miss, Orlando Bass takes it in transition for the Euro step and the tough lefty layup. More Bass. Grant Teichman with the kick out to Bass, and then that's automatic from the right wing. Orlando Bass with one of his 9 rebounds. It winds up in the hands of Evan Forhetz, who makes the difficult scoop shot on the left side. Who left that back door open? Forhetz to Bass for the lay-in. Then Forhetz puts him on skates. Goes into the paint for the difficult floater in traffic. Next up, it's Bass driving in the paint with a sweet dish to Mika, who had a phenomenal day off the bench. Here he is again with the sky hook. He'd finish with 10 points, but he's not done. Here he blocks the layup attempt, and then another 3 in a row for the big fella. More post presence. Harrison punches in another jump hook. The Lions start to extend their lead. Randolph throws a rocket pass into Harrison for the basket. The block shots didn't end with Mika. Joseph Williams gets on in the action, says, "Get that out of here." More Williams off the miss from Hopkins. Williams with the vicious putback slam. Then later, Orlando Bass gets it for another tough leaner in the paint with the defense all over him. He'd finish with 25 points. Then the Wildcats in transition. Joseph Williams says, "Didn't I tell you already? Get that out of here." Later, it's more Bass driving and hanging again on the tough lay-in. Freshman Spencer Garner with a nice feed to Harrison for 2 of his 10. And then it's Forhetz again, wheeling and dealing. A beautiful drive and lay-in on the right side for the senior. All right, 2 wins in a row. Let's move on to another, this time against American Midwest opponent Hannibal-LaGrange. The final was 106-76. Here's how it transpired. Trevor Randolph gets his perfect game. Started off with this left wing 3 off the kick out from Forhetz. Then on defense, Isaiah Harrison with the rip takes it coast to coast for the difficult finish. He finished with 3 steals. Then the Lions in transition. Forhetz turns on the Jets and goes with the up and under with the left hand. A few trips later, Grant Teichman knocks down the triple. He finished with 14 on the night. Later, Forhetz finds Randolph for the step-back three, buckets. Forhetz again on the drive. The spin, count it. Orlando Bass gets in on the action with a triple of his own. He finished with 22 points. Second half, Dempsey gives it to Randolph, who hits another three. He finished 4 for 4 from the great beyond. Look at that ball movement. Beautiful basketball right there. Bass knocks down the corner triple. Then Austin Dempsey takes it to the rack, count it, and the foul. He finished with 10 points on the evening. Later, freshman Sean Edwards gets in on the three-point shootout. Then it's Edwards again, off the curl, puts in the tough layup in the paint. Then later, Forhetz gets it in the corner, jab, money. 2 of his 15 points. He was aggressive here today. Leading scorer Orlando Bass pulls up for 3 of his 22. Deja vu here as Harrison rips it away, another one, and throws it down one more time. 2 hands for safety. Broken play towards the end of the game, but look at Bass as he shakes his man, gives it over to Forhetz, 3-ball buckets. Speaking of shaking their defender, Grant Teichman, down low. Wait for it, bam, lays up another one. Then Teichman closes it out with a strong take, the right-hand scoop. The Lions go into Week 7 with a record of 9-1, 3-0 in conference play. I'm Logan Ross for 91.5, The Lion.